A Thursday night showdown. The Giants at Gillette. The rivalry continues. For Tom Brady, this is old hat. For Daniel Jones, it's his premiere in prime time.
I pay attention to all the young guys. I pay attention to old guys. I pay attention to every quarterback in the league.
We'll be ready to play.
Tonight, can the Giants pull off an upset? Or will the Patriots remain undefeated? It's the Patriots, Giants at Gillette. Boston 25 pregame live from Foxborough starts right now.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Gillette Stadium. The fans starting to file in. We're still about an hour and 20 minutes away from kickoff. Tom Leyden with you, joined by Butch Stearns, and we have a cast of many who are going to be joining us throughout our half-hour pregame show. A lot on tap for this show.
Yeah, Mark Ockerbloom, Vanessa Welch, Kevin Lemanowicz, our Boston 25 team here. Oh, and by the way, we got our Patriots insider, Jeff Howe, coming up.
He'll be with us shortly, and Butch, I'm looking forward to the conversation you had with Devin McCourty.
Yeah, Devin has a lot to say. He's such a class guy. Really interesting things he has to say. That'll be coming up in a little bit.
We always like to start it with a little bit of breaking news, and that just transpired over the course of the last few minutes. The inactive list was just released, and here's who's going to be inactive for the Patriots. Philip Dorsett will not play. We knew that yesterday. It was ruled out, but Rex Burkhead will miss a second consecutive game. Of course, Cody Kessler, the third quarterback. Corey Cunningham also on the inactive list today. Byron Cowart, Damian Harris still hasn't gotten any action, and of course the rookie Juwan Williams, the cornerback, will be among those inactive tonight, Butch.
Yeah, and on the other side of the ball, Tom, the Giants are going to be without some of their top talent for this game. Saquon Barkley still out with a high ankle sprain. Wide receiver Sterling Shepard recovering from a concussion, and so is running back Wayne Gallman. Plus, tight end Evan Ingram is out with a knee injury. So a lot of reasons why the Patriots are heavy favorites in this one. Historic heavy favorites.
And another big reason why the Patriots are such heavy favorites, the man under center. Tom Brady 6-0 in Thursday games when he only has 3 days to get ready for him, having another fantastic season, over 1,400 yards in 5 games. If he keeps up that pace, he'll finish with more than 4,500 yards through the air, averaging 2 touchdown passes a game with only 2 interceptions. There's a method to getting ready and succeeding on short rest, and Brady shared how he's prepared for this week specifically.
I mean, I know for me, game ended, I started thinking about the Giants. You know, just use as much time as you can between now and kickoff to get to know them, especially against a team that we're probably not that familiar with. We don't play them that often. Play them in the preseason, but, you know, once every 4 years. So you just got to get to know them as best you can, kind of know their strengths, try to come up with things you think you can attack, and then, you know, we're not getting a lot of time on the practice field, but you can talk through a lot of things, and then you got to go out there and execute.
And we expect Brady to move his way into second place on the all-time list for career passing yards. Drew Brees with a comfortable lead, pushing 75,000 career yards. Brady needs 18 to pass Peyton Manning. He flew by Brett Favre in last week's win over Washington. Dan Marino more than 10,000 yards back in 5th place. So a reason to tune in early tonight. Expect that in the first quarter. And when you look at the numbers for Brady and this matchup specifically, Butch, it reminds me a lot of when we were here for the matchup against the LA Rams and Jared Goff was a rookie. It's just there's no comparison until the quarterback gets an opportunity, and Daniel Jones gets that tonight.
Well, and here's some more numbers for you. 0-11, that's what rookie quarterbacks are against Bill Belichick here at Gillette Stadium. Daniel Jones has a chance to be the very first one to try to win a game against Belichick here. It's only his 4th NFL game, Tom. He's 2-1, beat the Bucs and Redskins, lost to the Vikings. He's rushed for over 700 yards, thrown 4 touchdowns and 3 picks. He's also run for 2 touchdowns, so he's a bit of a dual threat.
So we thought weather might be a little bit.
They've been a good defense for a long time. I don't know, you know, rookies and probably all other quarterbacks. They've been a good defense, so they're gonna play well against anyone. But you know, we're like I said, we're excited for the opportunity. We're excited for the challenge, and I think we'll be prepared and confident going in.
Daniel Jones has never faced a challenge like he's going to face tonight.
No, not at all.
So we thought weather might be a bigger issue than it's actually turning out to be. Let's turn it over to Kevin Lemanowicz, who's been following that track throughout the day. And Kevin, what should we expect over the next 4 or 5 hours?
Well, that rain shield never made it this far north for a prolonged period of time. We had some rain earlier on today, but certainly not since we've been down there, and it will not happen during the game. Here's a look at that radar so you can get an idea what I'm talking about. That speckled stuff to the northwest of us in Foxborough, northwest of where it says 495, that's not rain until you get out to far western Worcester County. There is some rain in southeastern Massachusetts, but it is moving toward the west and southwest, so away from us, not going to come toward us. We are staying dry for the rest of this game. So here's the one thing to be concerned about tonight, the winds. Current winds are still blowing up over 20 miles per hour in southeastern Massachusetts, sustained. But here the sustained more like around 15 miles per hour. And the gusts more powerful than that, up around 20 to 25 miles per hour here at Gillette Stadium. We've been feeling those gusts every once in a while. That may be a factor tonight. I'll let the football gurus tell us a little bit more about that. But as far as the weather is concerned, you're going to stay dry if you're coming here, but it is a bit nippy. Bring some gloves if you still have time to grab some before you run into the stadium from your car. 52 at the tailgates, that's right now. 51 at kickoff, dry, and 52 in the fourth quarter. I'm keeping it dry for the entire game. Mark and Vanessa, let's play ball because the rain is not going to be a factor.
All right, Kev, let's do this. Thanks so much. And you know, the Giants have never entered a game as big of an underdog as they are tonight. The Patriots are 17-point favorites, and that is the biggest spread in Thursday Night Football history.
Unbelievable when you look back at this proud franchise to think that they're looking at a 17-point line in this game. But the Giants have lost to the Chargers, the Redskins, this is all since 1980, the Cowboys twice, the 49ers, all as at least a 15-point underdog. So
it's clear the numbers favor the Pats tonight, right on?
No doubt. Let's send it back inside to Gillette Stadium and Tom and Butch, guys.
And we're joined by our Patriots insider, Jeff Howe from The Athletic Boston, and there's a lot to get into. Jeff, most notably, I want to start with a report that we just heard about Robert Kraft saying that Rob Gronkowski has not filled out his retirement papers. What should we read into that?
He still thinks there's hope. I don't think there's a whole lot of it. That's a procedural type of deal. I mean, Gronk can choose to file the retirement papers. The team put him on the retired list, so that's why they didn't have to worry about the cap hit. I spoke to Gronk about a month ago. This was a guy who sounded very much at ease with the choice he made to step away from the game. This was a decision that had been building with him for about 2 years. And he's also, I saw a picture of him about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago at a local charity event. He looks like he's lost even more weight. So this is a guy who does not look like he's anywhere close to coming back and playing.
While we're on that, before we get to the game, let's talk about rumors about receivers around the league, Jeff, and what's going on.
The Patriots are active. They are absolutely interested in trading for a wide receiver, and we'll see if they can get another side to really commit to making a trade. Stephon Diggs is somebody who's definitely on their radar. I'm not sure if the Vikings are going to be willing to trade him, or if they do, they're probably going to want at least a first-round pick. So we'll see if the Patriots would even be willing to give that up. If Diggs isn't an option, then I think you maybe check in on A.J. Green with the Bengals, Emmanuel Sanders with the Broncos, or even Mohamed Sanu down in Atlanta. So, yeah, they're looking. They're certainly trying to add another piece.
Quick comment. Any chance Antonio Brown comes back?
Absolutely not. The things that I heard the day that they released him, that Friday, a month ago, a few weeks ago, trust me on this one. There's no chance they are going to back up or they're going to heel turn on that one and bring him back.
Inactive list just came out, Jeff. We talked about it briefly. I want to get into Patrick Chung being back, number one, but also the running back position. No Rex Burkhead once again. We saw Sony Michel a bit more involved, most notably in the passing game last week. What do you anticipate offensively, and then what does Chung bring to that defensive backfield too?
Well, I thought going into this game, the Giants might have a chance to score 6 with Chung playing. You know, do they top 3? This is just, they're so stripped from weapons. They have so many injuries. The rookie quarterback on a short week against this Patriots defense. So Chung is just another layer that is going to, give them yet another strong performance. Defensively, they're giving up 4 points a game. It's absurd how good they're playing. So Chung only missing 1 game with that heel injury is pretty solid. In terms of the running backs, you kind of knew that Rex Burkhead wasn't going to come back. This is a guy who has suffered, I believe, 9 injuries since joining the Patriots 2+ years ago that have caused him to miss either practice or game time. So I didn't expect him to make that quick turnaround after missing Sunday's game against the Redskins. The disappointing thing is Damian Harris hasn't been able to step up in his absence, or even in Brandon Bolden's absence earlier in the season. The Giants defense is terrible. So the Patriots are going to be able to have their way. I thought if it was going to be a big rain game, it looked like this game was going to be played in a car wash. That hasn't been the case so far. The wind gusts haven't been that big of a deal. So do you want to run on them? Do you want to throw on them? It's going to be a glorified scrimmage like the one we saw in this stadium at the beginning of training camp. It's just pick your poison. This should be an easy night.
My final question for you is, we've been on the road recently, and it's been a different guy on defense who's been the star. Jamie Collins, Kyle Van Noy, Dante Hightower in Washington. Who's your star on defense this week?
I think it's Jamie Collins' turn, right? Because last week it was Hightower. 2 weeks ago it was Kyle Van Noy as the defensive player of the week. Jamie Collins has quietly had, he had a sack on Sunday against the Redskins, but it's been 2-3 weeks since he's had a pick 6. So, look, you got a rookie quarterback. He's ripe to throw one.
He's the leader for Defensive Player of the Year if he gets a pick 6 tonight.
It's going to be tough with Khalil Mack and all the hype that he gets out of Chicago, but Collins is certainly in the conversation.
All right, you're down to 10 seconds because sometimes it goes that way. We get a little long-winded, but what advice would you give to Daniel Jones if you were under center tonight in this circumstance?
Just don't throw it to the wrong team. I mean, look, it's just, he would have had a chance. He's such an exciting prospect, but without all the guys who are, because of injuries, I mean, he has no hope against this Patriots defense tonight.
Jeff Howe, great job. You can follow Jeff at The Athletic Boston. He's our great Patriots insider throughout the season. We appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
Enjoy the game. Stay with us. We're just getting started here on Boston 25 pregame live. On the other side of the break, Butch sits down with Devin McCourty. Some great insight from the veteran safety on this team. You guys were sitting kind of far apart.
Yeah, we were. And Joe Buck joins us, and he has some interesting things about his conversation on the phone with Troy Aikman and Tom Brady coming up. Stick around.